Hi guys, welcome back. Okay, so this is my second time filming this video because it is a very important topic, and the first time I wasn't as articulate and I felt like there were a few really important points missing. So this time I've written down notes for myself so I don't miss anything. So we're gonna jump right in though, and obviously from the title of the video we're talking about fragrances in your skincare. And I'm going to be mainly talking about skincare. This doesn't really go for makeup, but if you want to follow the same rules, you can. I think it's just a little bit different where skincare is concerned. So let's jump in. You may be wondering, why am I qualified to talk about this? Great question. So I am actually a skincare brand owner and formulator. So if you can see right there, this is my skincare line. It's called Plus Minus. I will show you a few, just the bottles. This is our potion number 9. It's a facial oil blend. And then we have Chartreuse by Night, which is a night cream. I guess I'm just going to go over all of them. The other two that we have are Plum Crazy Clean, which is a cleansing balm. Love this one. And then Rub-A-Dub Eucalyptus Scrub, which is actually the very first product that I ever made. And it's pretty incredible, if I do say so myself. Okay, so that's a little bit of why I am qualified to talk about this. That said, I think anyone is qualified to talk about it if they do enough research and kind of know their stuff. So you don't have to own your own brand to know what you're talking about or what you believe in. And that's one of the things that I do want to say, and I'm going to say it so many times in this video. This is for you. So whatever you believe in, you can take and you can implement in your life. Just because I say something, or just because Dr. Dre on YouTube says something, you don't have to do that. It's what's best for your skin, your body, maybe your family, and nothing else. As long as you're not hurting anybody else, that's the most important thing. Now, of course, I have my own beliefs, and I think that these are really good for other people to practice, but I'm not going to make you do it. I'm not going to come to your house and do that, okay? So that's my kind of like little warning. The first thing that I wanted to talk about is the difference between natural, and I'm going to do like air quotes, and synthetic fragrances. Synthetic products are man-made. They're not found in nature, whereas natural fragrances like essential oils are from nature. So you get an essential oil by distilling the plant or the herb. Basically, it comes out in two parts. You get one part, which is the distillate or the hydrosol, kind of the water that smells like that. And then you get the essential oil, which is a very potent version, not water-based. It is liquid, but it's much stronger and much kind of thicker than a hydrosol would be. And that is what essential oils are. Essential oils can be used for a variety of things. You can use it to fragrance your room. People use it, they put it on meat, on their skin. Some people ingest it. Now, you do your research on all of those things and see what works for you. But how I use it sometimes is in my skincare products. And then one of the biggest things to keep in mind is that there are things called dermal limits for skincare. There's a list of the most sensitizing essential oils, and with those essential oils, you have what are called dermal limits, and it's a percentage that you can put into your product. Over that, you're not allowed, and it's going to be, especially in the EU, you're not going to be allowed to sell it. But any good formulator should know that they cannot put more than a certain amount. And those amounts are way below 1%. If you have 1% of all, like maybe one essential oil or however many are in the product, and you're at 1%, that's a substantial amount. So unfortunately, we don't know what percentages people put in. That you're not required by law to tell the percentages, so you won't ever know. But they should absolutely be at the bottom of the list, no questions asked. So if you don't know, for skincare, the ingredient list is ranked from the most prevalent to the least prevalent. So whatever the first ingredient is, they're the highest percentage, and then going all the way down to the bottom. Now, once you get to the 1% mark, they don't have to be in any order. So the skincare company could put the essential oil at the top of that, but most likely they should put it at the bottom, but they don't have to. And that's another big thing, how to know where the 1% line is. Most of the time, it's going to be your preservative, especially the big synthetic preservatives like phenoxyethanol. Those are used at 1%. It's a very small percentage. So basically, if you see that, you can know that anything below it is 1% or less. Okay, we got that out of the way. So me personally, I do try to avoid synthetic fragrances. That's not to say that I go fragrance free. I don't have sensitive skin, and so it's not an irritant for me, but I do know as a formulator in my brand that a lot of people do, so it is something that I have kind of a keen eye for and I'm very aware about. So for my line, I have a goal that is by the end of 2020 we will be completely fragrance free, and that is synthetic fragrance free. They are still going to smell, they're going to smell really great, and that's by using carrier oils and certain kind of blends that make it just smell so good. But that is the goal. By the end of 2020 we will be fragrance free, and we already are for quite a few of them. So like the Plum Crazy, it smells great, it's only carrier oils. And then we have some of the others that are in the works and have come out really great, but it does mean that we do have to reformulate some of the products a little bit, but just slightly. Now, the one thing that I do want to point out is that it does make a difference if it's a leave-on product or not a leave-on product. So the one product that probably we will not be taking any of the essential oils out of is going to be the scrub. And that's because you are rinsing this off within 30 seconds. So it's a lot more safe if it's a rinse off product rather than a leave-on product. Now, will we reformulate that so that it has no essential oils? Maybe, who knows? I don't know. But the goal is, especially for the leave-on products, that they don't have them. So there is that main difference. And if you're kind of starting out and looking for ways to be fragrance free, definitely start off with the leave-on products, because those are the ones that are going to be on your skin. And if you have irritations or sensitizations, it's going to be from that leave-on product. The other thing I wanted to mention is that just because I say that we're going to be fragrance free, it doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with essential oils. They are as old as mankind. People have been using them for years and years, and they've been fine. So again, this kind of harkens back to what I was saying in the beginning. You have to base all of these decisions off of your own skin, your own preferences, your own lifestyle, and then whatever choice you make is best for you, not for anybody else. So I'm not saying that essential oils are all bad. I think there's a lot of talk on YouTube by skincare like professionals to say that like just avoid them at all costs, and I don't really believe in that. I think we don't live in this world of like black and white. We live in a world of a lot of gray, and so you just have to make up your own mind. And don't tell somebody else that they should be avoiding essential oils at all costs they do what they want, right? So it really does bother me, because I feel like a lot of these kind of bigger name YouTubers use essential oils and kind of fear-mongering, where they just make people so scared of them that they don't really know why. It's kind of like the issue with parabens. Most people are scared of parabens, right? Do you know what a paraben is? It's a preservative, and it is synthetic, so I don't use it, but it's not to say it's not safe. It's just, it's gotten this bad rap from like one person, and people are terrified about it. So, just don't take things at face value, and remember that the world is full of gray. There. That's probably the most controversial topic. So we just covered that, and hopefully you're still with me. And if you don't agree with me, that's fine. We can disagree, but that's just how I feel. And I think that we, as a country especially, could use to have a little bit more discourse and not just say like, you're wrong, I'm right. The next part of this, I just wanted to kind of cover from a formulator and a brand owner, my perspective, because it is a little different than just as a normal consumer. So the example that I use is that I get a lot of customers coming to me and they say, oh, what is this? I love it. Like, it looks so good. They open it, maybe. Whoa. They open it. Oh yeah, that's the natural color. That's just the oils. First thing they do is smell it. So there is a disconnect. It's only natural that the first thing you should do is smell it, because you can't taste it. So your only other sense is, besides sight, is smell. So that is the first thing people do, but it doesn't kind of align with a lot of things I hear from people that say, I want fragrance free. They don't even realize that they smell it before they do anything else. So I just I'm not upset about it. I know that it's just human nature, but just kind of take that into consideration when you're shopping. And if you really do want fragrance free, don't smell them. I think the other thing And this is a really hard one. And I posted on the Plus and Minus Instagram about this the other day that, oh, and if you want to follow us, it's just Plus and Minus Skincare at Instagram. And I think one of the big things as a brand owner is that skincare is self-care. And we, be it because of marketing and years of kind of like being told that this is such a ritual, like it'll help you calm down, it'll give you kind of peace in your day, which is true, and there's nothing wrong with that. But we've been kind of told that it is self-care, and part of self-care is that things they smell good, they look good, they're calming, all these things. So fragrance is part of that self-care. And as a brand owner, I didn't really realize how important it was to the whole ritual of skincare for a while, but now I am coming to understand that, which is why our brand is going to be doing one of the things that is a lot harder to do than most. We are going to have beautifully fragranced, natural, but no essential oil, fragranced products, and they're still going to be effective. That is huge. Those are the two things that don't always connect. You can have a product that smells great, but it doesn't work. Or you can have a product that smells gross and it might be effective, but because it smells so bad, you're probably not going to use it. But there is a middle ground. I'm using my hands a lot. There is a middle ground though, and that is what we're trying to get to. But it is a hard part, and it's a challenge that we as a brand have accepted, and we're going to make it a reality. So I don't want you to think that you can't have the best of both worlds. You really can. You just have to look for products and brands that really take the time and kind of think about these things. You know, it's really easy to make a product and just put in some essential oils at the right percentages without really thinking through the whole process and thinking, how can I make it better? So it's just a consciousness of it all. And that's why our brand is Plus Minus Skincare, and it's conscious skincare. That is the motto, because we are just as conscious of what we put into the products as what we leave out. And this is one of the big examples of what we will be leaving out. Okay, I'm breathless, and I think I covered all of the topics on my checklist. Let's see. But yes, I did. But I did want to just remind you one more time, don't just take my word for it. Do some research, watch other people's videos, kind of see where you fall. But also, just because these really big YouTubers that talk about skincare with 1 million followers are telling you to avoid it, I'm looking at you, Hiram, and you, Dr. Dre. And I mean, she's a dermatologist, so like, why shouldn't you believe her? But it's not that simple. What does your skin actually do, and how does it react? My skin doesn't care, so I could use all the synthetic fragrances I want, but yours might. So I'll just leave you with that. Just think for yourself. It's really important. And have discourse. So if you do comment, please make it respectful. Otherwise, you're gone. I'll delete it. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.